The holiday season is upon us. Christmas lights line the roofs of houses, fireplaces are lit, and eggnog is on sale. All is merry until that unwanted guest arrives. No, it's not Cousin Eddie and his obnoxious family. It's seasonal influenza. That's why Dr. Anu Reba-Pragada, scientific director at Dynacare, is here to tell you all about this winter downer.
Flu is circulating around like wildfire, so there's a bunch of different strains out there, but all of them cause the same kind of symptoms, which is fever, runny nose, sore throat, muscle aches, general feelings of tiredness. It just hits you like a wave sometimes. But because all of the respiratory viruses tend to have the same set of symptoms, it's hard to know which one is causing your illness.
Dynacare is a Brampton-based health solutions company that offers laboratory testing for patients, physicians, healthcare facilities, and companies across Canada. With the resources available to Dr. Anu and her team, she can study which flu viruses are out and about this season.
You know, we use the term influenza so loosely, but there's actually 4 different classes of influenza virus, and there's A, B, and C, D classes, and within those there's even more differences. So influenza A is the most common strain that affects humans, and within that it's dizzying. It's like there's 11 different subtypes and 18 different subtypes. So depending on the year, there could be many different variations circulating. This year it's the influenza H1N1 strain that is the most common. Next to that is the H3N2.
Because there are so many different types of influenza, you can actually contract it multiple times in one season without it being the same one you first got sick with. Currently, vaccines are usually filled with influenza H1N1 and H3N2. As Dr. Anu stated, these are the most common.
There's actually 2 different kinds of flu vaccine. They're both based on the virus itself. One of them is a live attenuated vaccine. And attenuated just means that the virus is so weakened it can't really cause any infection in you. And the other is the dead version of the virus. And essentially you're injecting yourself with little pieces of the virus so that your body can recognize the virus before you're actually infected with it and have an immune response ready to attack in case you ever do encounter the real life flu virus. So it's not going to make you sick, and I know that is a popular myth that's out there, but getting the flu vaccine can actually boost your immune system so it is able to recognize the flu virus when you do get infected and make sure that the infection doesn't spread so you don't get sick.
And if you do get sick, there are certain methods of treatment to follow and avoid.
Once you're sick, really the best medication is getting a lot of rest, getting a lot of fluids. If you're a healthy adult, you probably don't have to do much more than that. You can certainly take over-the-counter medication to help you with your symptoms, such as the sniffles, sleepless nights, all of that. But the elderly, once again, they may have more severe symptoms, and there are antiviral medications available. So there's oral medications such as Tamiflu. There's an inhalable antiviral medication as well as an injectable. So depending on what your doctor feels is necessary, depending on your age and your risk profile and other conditions, an antiviral may be necessary. But it's important to know that antibiotics should not be taken for a viral infection because antibiotics are for bacterial infections like a strep throat or anything else that is made out of bacteria. But this is a flu virus that causes the flu. And antibacterial antibiotics will not work. In fact, they might make things worse because taking too many antibiotics can mess up your gut flora. It can cause you to get sicker, get diarrhea, and so it's something that should be reserved and used appropriately.
There are 8 different viral infections that circulate regularly which all share the same symptoms as influenza, which is why you need to be careful of what you're taking and how you're treating it. During November to April, it will most likely be influenza, but if you're not sure and your symptoms are getting worse, see your doctor. For more information about laboratory testing and Dynacare, visit dynacare.ca. Reporting for Halton Insider, I'm Shane Lansing.